What's going on, everybody on YouTube? It's Tony Tornado, and I'm over here at the Meadows Mall in Las Vegas. And let me tell you guys something, I'm pretty pissed. Pretty upset about a certain subject that I want to talk to you guys about right now. And I don't know, I'm just not feeling it today. I'm not feeling it recently. But hey, I got my Mountain Dew Baja Zero from Taco Bell. And it just makes things feel so much better. Mountain Dew always makes me feel better. But I gotta tell you guys something. You know, for a long time I kept my mouth closed. I don't really talk too much about what goes on in my life other than the series and stuff. You guys all know what goes on. But for everybody who knows, you guys know that my dad passed away 10 years ago, right? He passed away, and you know, it was not good for my family. We lost a lot of things. We lost pretty much everything. I went and worked 3 jobs as a teenager to help pay the bills for my family, so they didn't end up on the street. And you know, looking back at that, I should have never had that pressure put on me, but at the same time, I'm glad I was able to help. But for people who don't know, I have another sister. She's the oldest of 3, right? And I'm the oldest. 4 total kids, right? My sister's the oldest girl. I'm not gonna say her name, but she gets on the phone with me the other day, right? I'm sorry, hold on. She gets on the phone, and you gotta remember, she's a very aggressive type A personality kind of person. And she gets on the phone with me, and I told her, basically, in short, because we were having a conversation about certain subjects, and I told her that it's my responsibility to look after my mom and my 2 sisters, Sydney and Samantha. Bantha, you guys know. And I told her this, and you know, I made that promise to my dad a long time ago. Well, you know what just pisses me off? You know what makes me so mad? And that's why I'm making this video. I'm so pissed, and I just need to tell you guys this shit. Like, she says she's got such fucking nerve about herself that she tells me, this is what she said. I said, I made that promise to Dad that I would watch after my mom and my 2 sisters, because you're over there living your own life. She goes, when did that happen? I said, when he was in the hospital. Because for people who don't know, I never really elaborated on this. He died in the hospital, okay? I don't really like talking about this stuff. He died in the hospital, okay? And he actually, for people who believe in this kind of stuff, he came to me in a dream. Multiple times, in fact. And I made that promise that I would look at, long story short, you know, I made that promise I'd look after my mom and my 2 younger sisters. Because you guys don't know, I'm telling you, some of you probably know if you lost a family member or not, but like when my mom lost my dad, all these people came from out of the woodwork to try to steal from her. I know it's sick, I know it's twisted, and it's fucked up, but you know, not everybody is as nice of a human being as I am, or maybe you, or you know, some nice people that you know. They're messed up, man. And I don't know, I'm just, she's got the nerve to tell me that conversation never happened. My sister has the nerve to tell me, when she wasn't even there in the hospital with my dad, that conversation never happened. Wow, what a motherfucker. Like, he was in the hospital dying, okay? And I had a conversation with him, and he appeared to me in dreams, asking me on many occasions to watch after my mom and my 2 sisters. And my oldest sister said that never happened. She wasn't even there. She wasn't even in the hospital. She was home. Funny thing is, she runs off with some guy 2 weeks after my dad dies, and then she ends up marrying this guy. And he comes into our house too, just taking advantage of every single thing, just treating us all like dog crap. And then she's got the nerve, when I had to go to work and be the person that I had to be to take care of my family, and I promised my dad that I would watch after my mom and my sisters, Sydney and Samantha, and she's got the nerve to tell me that never happened. You know, I just about had it with people like that. Like, I cannot believe her. She, you know, I've always tried to be a nice person. I've always tried to be a person that listens to people and sees things from others' perspectives. Like, I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I always try to help people. That's just the kind of person I am. But I don't understand why you would say that to somebody when you, A, you weren't there, B, you have no knowledge of what you're talking about, and C, you're just a vindictive, conniving person, dude. Like, how are you gonna sit there and say, when you weren't there, that conversation never happened? I'm so glad I got my Mountain Dew. I really am. Mountain Dew always makes me feel better. I don't get it. I really don't get it, guys. And it pisses me off. It's like, I know everybody has their own kind of set of story. You know what I mean? And I'd love to hear you guys' stuff down in the comments about this. But it's like, I don't know. I'm pretty pissed off. And like, you know, I keep a lot of things to myself. There's so many things that I don't talk about with you guys specifically because I don't want to necessarily, like, offend anybody. This kind of reminds me of when I did my video on my aunt a couple years ago. You guys remember that, right? Well, she's a mini version of my aunt. She really is. The only time she comes around is when she wants to suck my mom dry of money, and then she comes out here to Vegas for a free vacation, and then she runs away. And then she's got the nerve to tell me that the conversation between me and my dad never happened. She's some kind of piece of work, man. She needs psychological help. Like, I'm not even making jokes about it either. I honestly believe that she never processed my father dying because she ran off with some guy who took advantage of her completely because she was in an emotional state just like my mother was, okay? Just like all of us were. And she never processed all this. You know, there was a time that she broke up with this guy and she flat out lost it. She flat out lost it. She went beyond insane. And she's back with it. She got back with him and she married him now, but it's like, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. I do not get why people have to be so rude. And let me tell you guys something. There is so much about my family that I've never, ever once said. But you know, I'm getting tired of the way I've been treated, and I'm going to start talking. I'm going to start running my mouth a little bit because, like, I am so sick and tired of being the nice guy and having to shut my mouth for the better. Like, I've been told my whole life to shut my mouth, and I'm getting tired of it. You know, my dad was a complicated, no-nonsense man. He really was. He was not easy to deal with, okay? But I looked up to him, and I cared for him so much. And when you tell me that a conversation didn't happen, right? When you tell me a conversation did not take place between me and my father when you were not there, you were not present, you weren't in the building, you were 20-ish miles away at home, you got some kind of problem. I don't know. I'm just sick and tired of this shit, Duke. I'm sick and tired of this shit, guys. I really am. Like, I'm so tired of dealing with abusive people. And that's why I was able to create series for you. This is why I am able to play those characters so well, so convincing, that for so long, so many people thought that that shit was real. Because I lived it. I lived it. I lived it, guys. I watched my dad, my mom, and my oldest sister go at it like you wouldn't believe. That's why. That's why I was able to create that, because I lived it. People had no idea, man. Like, oh, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing acting, or it's real. It's like, it's amazing acting, but it's only amazing acting because I lived it. And I just can't believe this. I've been trying to process this for about a day now. Like what would possess her to say something like that? And then I just realized that she's just a odd person that's got problems. But like, when you say that to someone and then I say, no, that conversation did happen with me and Dad, you weren't there, how would you know? And then you proceed to call me a piece of shit. Wow. I'm lost. I'm lost for words. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, and I'm trying to just cover all the wow, my hand went numb holding the camera. Yeah, I'm not used to filming in this car, so sorry guys. I usually keep the camera like on top of the steering wheel. But this car's got a bigger wheel, so it can't really because of the microphone. But yeah, I'm just not sure I quite understand. All I've ever done is try to help my family, who put, in my opinion, entirely too much on a teenage kid. Was all of it my responsibility? No. But I still did it. I probably shouldn't have did it looking back, but it's whatever. I mean, but like, when you sit there and like, because I went to work and I paid the bills and I made sure that my house wasn't taken away from my family so they had somewhere to go, and then you're gonna sit there sitting at home not doing a fucking thing, and then your ass goes to college, runs off to college, and then she's got the nerve to say that conversation never happened and proceeded to call me a piece of shit because I said that it's my job to protect my mom and my sisters. Who's the piece of shit? That's what I don't understand. I don't know. I'm confused, really, as to how that makes logical sense. I really am. I'm confused as to... I'm really kind of confused at myself, really, because sometimes I'm too nice for people who actually know me, like who actually has gotten to know me off of like videos and stuff, like scripted videos and the series that we put out and stuff like that. Like, stuff like this is real. But again, you know, when you meet someone in person, like for people who know me in person, like Ashley, for example, has told me, like, you are too nice. You put up with so much stuff. I never told her about my family or anything like that, but I told her like all my friends and like all the things I've done for people, and it's like, you're just too nice. You are just too nice. And I think she's too nice, man. She's a great person. I've never met someone quite like her. So, but the thing is, you know, when you see things and it's crazy. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second, but I'm too nice, and I guess that I'm confused as to why I put up with it for so long. A lot of it was probably guilt because of what happened to my dad, and a lot of it was pressure from my family. Like, I'll never forget the day he died. My grandfather and grandmother came over right after that happened, maybe a couple hours later, and my grandfather puts his arm on my shoulder and says, "You're the man of the house now. No more being a kid." I was a teenager, guys. A teenager. I could barely work at that age, the age that I was. Barely. Barely. Didn't stop me though, I worked a lot. Even before my dad had died, I've always had like serious work ethic. Like I worked almost full time while I was in high school. I was working about 30 to 35 hours a week while I was in high school. So it's not completely full-time. Full-time's 40 hours, everybody knows that, but 40 or more, I should say. That's the typical full-time schedule. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to talk to you guys about this. Pretty upset about the way I get treated, especially by family members and especially people that I've cared about for so long. And I can't stand my oldest sister. That's why I'm always here helping out Mantha and my other sister, Sydney. Like, I've tried so much to just give my oldest sister a pass and say, hey, you know what? She doesn't fully get everything because we went through a lot with my dad. I always try to cut her some slack, you know what I mean? I always try to be there for her. And the guy that she got with, that she wasn't married to him yet, but I mean, as soon as he came around, like, he just doesn't like me. Like, okay, fine. Whatever, dude. You're the one coming into someone's house who just lost a family member, and we're losing our house. We're losing just about everything, and I'm working all day to pay the bills that you don't even have any knowledge of. Oh, but I'm a dick, and I'm an asshole. Okay. It's like, I can't stand these people, man. I can't stand people like that. It's very opinionated, very rude people, and you really shouldn't comment on things that you have no knowledge of. If you know nothing about a situation, you really shouldn't be commenting on it regardless. Like, because no offense, but like, if you're wrong, right, you look stupid. So really, it's in your best interest to not say anything. I mean, oh my goodness. But whatever. Thank you, Baja. Thank you. That's all I have to say is thank you, Baja. And I got me a grilled cheese burrito I'm going to eat after this, because I'm starving. But man, I just wanted to tell you guys that I love you guys to death. I love my audience on YouTube. That's why I keep making videos. You know, YouTube is what it is. Follow me on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, all the stuff down below in the video description on YouTube. We have the Facebook page. I appreciate you guys' support so much. I don't know what I'd do without you. I really don't. Because I am literally the average Joe. I know I might look huge and famous on YouTube. Perception is reality kind of thing, but like, I am the average Joe. I've been there and done that in average everyday life. I'm not a rich kid like most of these YouTubers. I am not spoiled. I am not gifted with Lambos and big houses and all that stuff. I've made pretty much poverty level money for most of my life. And a lot of that money I gave to my family. So trust me, guys, if anybody understands, it's me. But hey, you know what? I have amazing things coming for me. I have amazing opportunities that are coming, and nothing's going to stop that from happening. So, I don't know, I might go in the Meadows Mall for a little bit, just relax, I don't know. But I got to eat my Taco Bell, guys. I want to thank you guys for listening to me. I love you guys so much. Remember, my name is Tony Tornado, and I love my subscribers.